Alright guys, stop the judgment. Yes, it is too cold to be wearing a t-shirt, but no, it is too hot to actually be wearing a jumper, so compensation. Anyway, good morning everyone, Taira here, welcome to TairaGames. Today we are going to do banana bread number 2. Welcome to Banana Bread, the show where we read all your comments over the past week's topics and sort of stuff like that. This week we are actually doing a lot of GameJam stuff, so I'm just going to read whatever the hell's on the board. So let's get straight into it, because we got so many comments to filter through. I mean, Jesus, how long is this video actually going to be? First one, Banana Bread, real question, will you ever do a GameJam over on GameJolt? I've never thought about it. I always thought of GameJolt and itch.io to be almost exactly the same, quality-wise, popularity-wise. I don't really see too much of a difference between it, but I will check GameJolt out. I mean, I've already put up a few games on there, and they're doing pretty well. Can't wait until Friday's GameJam. Me too, mate. You like jazz? I love jazz. In fact, I used to be in a jazz band when I was in high school, and of course, first instrument I think I started playing was the trombone, then I moved on to trumpet, and boy oh boy was it a lot of fun. Slightly stressful and embarrassing at times, of course, but as you all know, trumpeters have some embarrassing moments. It sounds a bit like a fart noise sometimes if you don't get it right. Banana Bread, where's the tutorials, mate? And wait a minute, I see another one that says the exact same thing. I see 3. I'm going to answer all 3 because they pretty much say the exact same thing. Where are the tutorials, mate? I know you like this style, but are you ever going to do tutorials now? What's holding you to do tutorials, man? Alright, what's the problem with tutorials? Well, I think I've explained this in another video when I decided to finalize the whole MOBA thing and said I'm never actually going to make another MOBA tutorial ever again. What I meant by that is I'm not going to make another tutorial again. Why? Because there are too many people that don't use it the way that you think, and you can tell this by the comments to actual views ratio. Often when you make something in a tutorial, and I believe I explained them pretty well for my first few MOBA tutorials, and of course people are asking for the project files and they want this and they want that. They don't want to make it themselves. The whole point of a tutorial is to make it yourself. Another thing that really kind of set this in motion, and the reason why I'm not going to do tutorials anymore, is because their popularity is just extremely people will watch the video purely because they need the video. They will not watch the video because they enjoy listening to tutorials. That's not the way it works. I'm sure some of you guys out there love doing that. No, I don't. Often when I find tutorials online, it's just because I really need to learn how to do a specific thing. And of course, this generates views over time, but it doesn't generate that sort of quick impulse views, and it's not really interesting, you know? I mean, yeah, it's interesting, but it's not interesting to anyone who just comes along randomly. If I get another subscriber, that potential subscriber that comes along, then are they going to stay because of one tutorial? No. In fact, about 3 to 4 months ago, I only had 1,500 subs, I believe, and I actually increased that number to 10,000 within the 3 months, and the moment I started doing this stuff, which was almost a month ago now, then I got 7,000 subs within a month. Now, that is mind-blowing. When it came to the tutorials, it took me nearly 3 years of little kind of off and on work in order to actually get 1,500 subs. They're the standing stone for what makes this channel possible, so I did thank you guys for that. I did do one final MOBA tutorial on that. This is not really a tutorial channel. Yeah, we talk about game dev a lot, and I like talking about it. It's great. Are you French? Because Delacour sounds French. I'm about as French as I am Chinese. So 3%. Post-processing, the most badass asset. Yeah. Actually, I have to agree, yeah. I like to work alone, and I already joined the jam, but is being alone affecting me badly? I mean, do you expect high quality stuff? Or if I say I would be alone, do voters consider that while voting? Now, this is a question that I'm not too sure if any of you guys actually saw. I did reply to. I reply to things that I find important to reply to. For example, this guy is in denial that he shouldn't be in the GameJam. He should be in the GameJam. Listen up to anyone who is wanting to do it alone. The entire idea is that, yes, it is very possible to do it alone, but there is such a all-rounder type thing necessary for the theme that's going to be released tomorrow, or it requires a lot of different types of skills in order to get what the theme actually has, and to use that music and all that sort of stuff requires a lot of that. Yes, if I were as a voter, I would 100% take you into account how many people were actually in your team. So no, I don't think it's a disadvantage working by yourself necessarily. Your game may not be as polished as everyone else, or you may not be able to keep up the work. I mean, it is 4 days, which is quite a long time if you're very dedicated and have all that time free. Dude, I'm noticing you wandering off the topic in the title in most videos. I'm confused. I thought I'd get tips on handling hype, not mostly calculating how much profit some game made. Well, I do believe that I say in the very top little banner on my channel that I talk too much, a little bit too much. A lot of the videos are improv. I just say what's coming out of the mind. I fill up the video with something, and obviously we can go from topic to topic to topic. Just expect that. If I could join the Game Jam, I would make your facial hair the deity in the game. Oh, mighty mustache and bold beard, give me the strength of 1,000 hairs, and so I may strike down the non-believers. God damn. Fun fact, this was actually grown specifically for the channel. I thought it would help with the whole identity thing. I'm usually clean shaven, but I was like, you know what, grow a mustache or something you would never do, so that you can kind of cover up the whole confidence thing, you know? And it turns out everyone likes it, so. Please do some tutorials, bro. I really do learn stuff from you. And someone else agreed? No. Again, the 3 videos this week are just a one-off type thing, you know? It's only a week. Come on, calm down. We're just setting everyone up for the Game Jam, trying to get the hype up there so that people can join and have a good time this weekend. And again, I do believe speaking in a broader sense to a broader audience benefits me and also benefits a lot of people. I mean, thinking outside the box is a great, you know, tool. I don't exactly want to compete against people like Brackies or, you know, Jimmy Vegas or Game Grind or Quill18, all of which who do amazing stuff, but no one, I believe, on YouTube just sits here and talks about game development, like a little show thing, like a really personalized show. It's usually, hey guys, welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to be making this blah blah blah, and okay, first I start a new project, alright, and there we go, and then like half an hour later they've got the product there. You know, that exists everywhere. People are sort of too afraid to show their face, especially in the game dev world for some reason, except for Brackies. I think Brackies does it a lot, and I respect him for that. He's really good at it. So it's just like, try and come up with something original. This is pretty original. I like this. I mean, I haven't seen this on YouTube yet. Oh no, we got another Unreal supporter. Unity equals need to learn game dev, but only have a laptop with decent specs and supports sprites. Like, it's the most biased thing I've ever heard. Unreal equals way better graphics, more professional, supports C++, don't need to code, scripts, blueprints, do mostly everything. May have to spend money on ones if you aren't making a shooter, and people won't hate your game just for being an Unreal game. Like, supporting C++ is like the biggest fucking thing. Oh, calm down. You know, they're both great, just leave it alone. Way better graphics? Yeah, kind of, actually. What is the program you are using to make the music and edit it? It is all FL Studio and maybe a bit of Audacity. If I'm playing the guitar, it's probably through Audacity. I don't know why, I just don't like Edison for some reason. That's one of the problems in nowadays gaming industry. Cool guys like yourself are teaching idiots how to make games. They go and make a stupid shit and flood the market with terrible games. Next, players complain Unity games are shit. Meanwhile, games like City Skyline, Ori and the Blind Forest, Pillars of Eternity, and Hearthstone are one of the best games that came out in many recent years. The problem, oh my god, I think I've mentioned this before actually. I have an entire video talking about this. When should you start publishing? I've already replied to this guy and I said everyone's got to start somewhere. That's all that needs to be said. He's pretty much discouraging people from being new to something. It's ridiculous. At the same time, who's at fault? The distributor or the developer itself? Well, the game itself being shit is the developer's fault, but the game being available on the market is the distributor's fault. What, are you saying that all these shitty games are stopping you from getting to your big ass titles that have advertising everywhere? You just click a link in a video, you can Google search them. But yeah, I made a video on that already, so if you guys want to check that out, I think it's just called When Should You Start Publishing. How long is the jam going to last? Well, around 4 days. Where's Waldo making sick music? Today, Waldo is reading comments. Quick question before I watch the video, what is a game jam? A game jam is pretty much a friendly competition between bunch of people. That's pretty much it. Usually you're given a time limit to submit the game at any point in time, and of course we have a few people waiting for tomorrow's Game Jam, so I'm probably going to close the video right now and say that if you guys want to join the Game Jam, which is going to be a heck of a good time, the theme is amazing, the music is really cool, head on down to the description box down below and there should be a link to joining the Game Jam and also a link to the Discord server if you guys struggle to find teammates and stuff like that. Our Discord community is amazing as well. I get a lot of comments on there, a lot of private messages, people asking for advice, people giving me advice, and of course I've learned more than any other week this week from your comments alone. They're just amazing. You guys teach me a lot, and hopefully I teach you guys a lot as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow where we reveal the Game Jam theme and all the rules and everything to do with the Game Jam, and then we've got 4 days of it, and then we're back into regular video scheduling. Before we go, we can actually do a quick game of Where's Taira?